Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche NBA, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and its fans all around the globe. A great tradition we get to enjoy. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. DA, take it away.
Thank you, guys. The modern NBA certainly owes a debt to those 7 seconds or less Phoenix Suns of the early 2000s. Steve Nash at the controls, Amari Stoudemire at the rim, and Sean Marion doing some of everything. Most teams just couldn't keep up. And Kevin, it was clear they set the trend for the pace and space style that we see today.
So exciting to see. No doubt about it, David. Thanks. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. And for Phoenix, Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Andre Ayton out there with Durant, and it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. We've got a terrific low-post matchup tonight, Doris. 2 of the top big men in the league going head-to-head.
Kevin, these are 2 teams that try to get their centers as many touches as possible. They are the axis upon which these offenses rotate, and how much the defense can guard that entry pass will be a key tonight.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Ayton. Here's Okogie. McDaniels defending. And the basket by Okogie.
Well, Josh Okogie, because of his ability to elevate a threat from the interior, that's a nice finish.
Outside Edwards. Back to Conley. Gobert in the corner. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, we know Rudy Gobert is going to go down as not only one of the greatest defenders of his generation, but of all time. Just look at the number of times this guy has won Defensive Player of the Year. He is a force to be reckoned with.
And there's a record Rudy Gobert set without much fanfare a few years ago. Most dunks in an NBA season.
That's exactly right, GA. That was back in the 2018-19 season. He threw it down 306 times. Certainly makes sense for a guy who's got that kind of length, athleticism, and the guy who spends so much time right around the cup.
Here's Okogie. Back to Paul. Pocket 6. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, Chris Paul is an elite shooter. The efficiency is there, especially in the catch-and-shoot game.
Paul against Conley. And at the top of the key, Towns. Rebound by the Suns. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they felled the Wolves.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
Now here's Towns. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Here's McDaniels. Gobert trying to get open. Tries yet again. He takes it up and lays it in.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Booker outside. Here's Okogie. 9 points last game out. Pass to Paul. Over Conley. Misses off the right iron. For Minnesota, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Passes it to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Beyond the arc. Sinks the three-pointer.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
Booker outside. Here's Okogie. McDaniels defending. Okogie, the pass to Paul. A 3-ball. And again, it's the Suns missing. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Kevin Durant. And you look at Anthony Edwards, and GA, he is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production, with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays with tremendous swagger.
First free throw is good.
And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip, can play big inside and play big outside, does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair. Anthony Edwards is one of the most explosive athletes in the league. He can burn you with his perimeter jump shooting. He's dangerous in transition. And look out, folks, the upside is there.
Now here's McDaniels. Following the shot by Chris Paul. Now McDaniels still looking for his first bucket in this one. No good there. Some solid defense from Ayton.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The pass to Okogie. And he banks in the layup.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Ball against Conley. And Ayton throws it down.
Court vision, intellect, basketball IQ, the masterful distributor that is Chris Paul.
And here is Conley in the game against Sacramento. Very impressive. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Rebound by Okogie.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Here's Paul. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
Now here's McDaniels. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Lays it up off the glass.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Okogie. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
Well, that should surprise no one. Devin Booker so good in the mid-range.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Edwards. Inside. Ayton against Gobert. Right wing. Conley for 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Pass to Okogie. Now here's Paul. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Booker outside. Okogie for 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Here's Booker. Gobert with the defensive effort. Minnesota's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Outside Conley. Oh, and there's the foul. It's on Josh Okogie. That's his first foul. Torrey Craig. He's checked in for Josh Okogie. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Anderson's checked in. Now here's Anderson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. From deep. The putback, and there's Gobert, putting it right back in. Gobert's got 6.
Well, Rudy Gobert securing the board and making sure to convert.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
One thing we know, great teams in the NBA get production off the bench, and that was critical that night.
Paul outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Michael Conley picks one up.
Well, tremendous call by Chris Paul. Refuses to back off, doesn't waste the look, and gets a foul for his work. Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
Now here is Conley. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. 6 to shoot. Passes to Anderson. Lets it fly. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet, and that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
This guy locked in offensively. A little bump is not going to stop Kevin Durant.
Now here's Anderson. He had 15 points last outing. And Gobert kicks to Conley. Gobert. It's good on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 3. Booker outside. Oh, Ayton in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
What a connection DeAndre Ayton has with his guys. Great timing on the alley-oop.
Edwards finds Gobert. Now Towns. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Paul outside. Booker outside. Puts up a 3. The shot comes out, and Minnesota now the other way.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And Anderson gets it to go.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Booker against Edwards. Now here's Booker. T right on him. Here's Ayton, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Ayton's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Rudy Gobert, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. Right back after this break. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
On the court for Minnesota. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Kyle Anderson is out there with Reed. And it's Conley in at the point. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, Devin Booker, shiftiness, gets himself into the paint. So aggressive, and it pays off.
It's his first trip to the line.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
And he makes the first. And to watch NBA offense when the ball is hopping, I think you'd agree, it is beautiful. The precision, the grace, the timing. How much of that, Doris, is just making the simple pass?
I think the best basketball is played when players think, what is the next right play? And so often, Kevin, that is simply moving the basketball. On the catch, you're in triple threat position. But as soon as you don't have anything, move it to the next guy. So I couldn't agree more.
Now here's Anderson. Edwards inside. KD's on him. Edwards can't hit. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. They trail by 1. Booker, good.
In this situation, Devin Booker on the catch will never hesitate.
Outside Edwards. Anderson kicks to McDaniel. Tipped away. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Here's Okogie. McDaniels defending. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You think back to Josh Okogie's rookie season. This guy stepped up and became a starter. He's proven always ready for the next big challenge.
No good on the second free throw.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. So Edwards will go to the free throw line. It goes on Devin Booker. This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
And 79% from the line a season ago. Pretty consistent there as a free throw shooter.
Here's Okogie. He's got 5. Booker the pass to Paul. Just 5 on the clock. Fires top of the key. And it's off the back rim. No good. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Edwards looking it over. Kicks it to Conley. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And for years, Mike Conley had an interesting title. The best player to never make an All-Star game. Well, that changed in 2021 when Conley was named an All-Star.
No good from Booker.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Anderson can't get it to go.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
For Mike Conley, year 13 was lucky for it, going to that first All-Star game.
And that was the longest wait ever to become an All-Star. Conley, 33 at the time of that first selection, just shows you the work ethic of Mike, always trying to improve.
Now Conley following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. Anderson trying to free himself up. Conley's shot is off. Here's Okogie. He has 5. Dishes to Paul. Shoots over Reed. And again, it's the Suns missing.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter. So, and finished off by KD.
Boy, Kevin Durant, an absolute nightmare in transition. Combined size, speed, great scoring ability. Look out.
Timeout called. First of the game for Minnesota.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Payne, he's checked in for Phoenix. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Noel, he's checked in for Mike Conley. Here's Noel. Payne covering. Here's Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Suns leading. To the inside. Durant. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Doris, let me ask you this. Is Kevin Durant the greatest scoring forward ever?
I think he is, Kevin, but I also think that limits his greatness, because when Kevin Durant is done and you consider the combination of his handle, his shooting, and the size, we've never seen that combination to this level. He will go down as one of the greatest ever, regardless of attribute you're trying to assign to him.
Here's Noel. 14 points from him the last game against Sacramento. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Noel. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Shot clock at 6, and it's good, 2 points. McDaniels got his second bucket tonight.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
And Booker kicks to Payne. Booker against Edwards. The pass to Ayton. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Ayton's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Suns. And a great job to get that angle on a tremendous drive.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Here's Noel. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And with the addition, Greg, of the play-in tournament, we're seeing more meaningful games here late in the season.
Yeah, we're seeing teams battle for positioning more than ever. You have multiple teams trying to secure that 6th seed to avoid the play-in.
Now here's Payne. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah. Here's Okogie. Booker with no one around. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Here's McDaniels for 3. Edwards. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Well, Josh Okogie sees somebody working in space and puts the ball on time and on target.
Noel passes to Reed. Now here's McDaniels. Good. That one on target from Noel.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Durant kicks to Payne. Pass to Okogie. Here's Ayton. And it's Payne in the corner. Another shot. And Ayton with the layup. Ayton's got the lead up to 4 now for the Suns.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Minnesota calls timeout. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
And Phoenix making a change here. Craig's checked in. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Minnesota. Towns comes in for McDaniels. Anderson right side. Fades away. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got 11 rebounds in the game. KD, that's for 2. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And it's a 6-point Suns lead.
Kevin Durant's ability to catch and release before the defense can react, so critical, so sweet.
Booker against Edwards. Looking to end his cold spell. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
Phoenix leading by 6. Booker looking around. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Kyle Anderson.
Well, there's an activity level and a skill level that makes Devin Booker problematic on the offensive end. He dares defenders to get physical with him. He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Minnesota making a switch here. Prince is checked in.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Pass to Noel. And here is Prince. To the paint. And the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut down to 6, and the bucket from Noel.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Passes it to Craig. Durant with it. He kicks to paint. He can't get it to go. Gobert with the defensive effort. Outside Edwards. To the middle. Gobert can't hit. Phoenix leading by 6. Down low. Ayton trying to break free. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Booker.
Guys, so difficult to disrupt Kevin Durant's rhythm. The release point's so good. He can score from 3 levels. This guy is unstoppable.
And the pass to Noel. Pass to Gobert. For three, Edwards. And no good. And Phoenix will come the other way.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Booker with it. Now guarded by Towns.
Yeah, the thing about Booker, not necessarily the quickest twitch athlete. He uses that smooth handle to gain separation.
Pass to Prince. And he's good on the three ball. Prince has got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
27 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Ayton kicks to Payne. Bounce pass from Durant. Pass to Booker. Shoots the three. A three-pointer is right on target. Booker's got the lead up to 10 now for the Suns.
Well, this is very much the definition of a shooting guard. Booker always looking to rise and fire from range.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Kevin, what has allowed you all to build this lead in the first half?
Well, we've just been playing hard. Those guys are tough to guard. They cut so hard. They play well together, and we had a decent half. We got to keep it going.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. They stayed within arm's reach in that opening period. 5 points, their largest deficit. With an excellent team performance in the second quarter, they were able to push ahead, scoring easily and defending with a lot more intensity, pushing out to a 10-point lead here at the half. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Suns.
They're playing with speed, pushing the ball off turnovers and long rebounds, running every chance they get. Because we all know scoring on the break is so much easier than finding open shots in the half court.
Kenny, let's get your input on the Timberwolves.
They could.
And
we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is out there with Durant, and it's Okogie in at the three, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Timberwolves trail by 10. Outside Conley. And there's the pass to McDaniels. Here's Towns, defended by Paul. Releases. Towns with the bucket.
One thing you have to respect is how efficient and consistent Cat is on the interior. This guy understands where his advantages lie.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And you can just sense his determination, trying to do everything he can to keep this game within reach.
Paul outside. Booker against Edwards. Great D that time from Edwards. To the inside, Towns. And Towns throws it down.
That's a message by Karl Anthony Towns. Throws it down with authority.
And something you always hear about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how effortless he makes the game look.
Kev, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he glides through an NBA game. There's a finesse that you don't necessarily see from players his size. He's a handful on the low block. This young man is brimming with potential.
Edwards inside, defended by Booker. Another miss by Towns. Phoenix leading by 6. Okogie, the pass to Booker. Paul outside. Here's Okogie, over by Conley. Pull from the top of the key. Edwards with the block.
Wow, great defensive play by Anthony Edwards, engaged on that end of the floor right now.
Here's Durant, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Phoenix, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And the first one at the line is good.
And guys, we know that Kevin Durant, like most NBA players, has his off-the-floor pursuits away from the game. But the fact of the matter is, we know his priority is the game of basketball. This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Pass to McDaniels. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Pass to Conley from outside the arc. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And the Suns miss again.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Passes it to Towns. Gobert trying to get open, and Towns the bucket on the assist from Conley. Towns has got 8 points.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
And here's Booker from the arc. Hands it from downtown.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Conley the pass to McDaniels. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Really left alone that time. And that's 10 points for Anthony Edwards.
Boy, Rudy Gobert, usually the recipient of that kind of pass. That was nicely done, Rudy.
Okogie, the pass to Ayton. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Biyombo comes in for Ayton. And it's Damian Lee in for Devin Booker. Conley feeling it out. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 11 rebounds. Back to Paul. Kicks to Lee. There's the pass to Biyombo. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Well, with that frame, if Bismack Biyombo gets that kind of position, your best bet is to foul him.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Suns.
They've been running away from the defense all game. I mean, loads of points here off the fast break, and the opposition just hasn't been able to adjust to that aggressive play style.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points. Impressive.
Ross is checked in for Josh Okogie. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Towns against KD. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Rivers. To the left side wing. Conley with the 3. Kept alive, Minnesota. And Gobert kicks to McDaniels. Tries again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kevin Durant.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Timberwolves made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Phoenix. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Suns. They've led by as much as 10. Lee passes to Ross. The shot, no good. And Minnesota will come the other way. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Lee outside. Pass to Biyombo. Paul outside. 6 on the shot clock. Over Conley. That one's off. Still out of sync. The Timberwolves have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First trip to the line for him here. Now the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. Anderson, he's checked in for McDaniels. Rivers hits both of them.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And the Suns call time. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Passes it to Ross. He kicks to Biyombo. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Craig, good. Craig's got it all tied up now for the Suns. Minnesota's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Towns is doubled. Back to Conley. The pass to Rivers. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Rivers has got 4 this quarter.
What a sequence from Austin Rivers. That ball on the string. What a pretty dribble drive.
Back to Ross. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight. And Karl Anthony Towns said he believes that he is the greatest big man shooter of all time. What do you think?
Well, Kev, I think a guy by the name of Dirk Nowitzki might have a thing or 2 to say about it, but I love Karl Anthony Towns' attitude. You have got to believe in your skills if you're going to have the kind of success that Pat has had in this league, and we know he is lethal from deep.
Reed, he's checked in for Minnesota. The Suns trailer. Craig up top. Guarded by Reed. Craig kicks to Ross. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Craig against Anderson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
Ross on the wing. He's guarded by Rivers. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Reed. Anderson against Lee. They grab their own miss. Here's Gobert. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Gobert's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, Rudy Gobert is in rhythm, and it's not often you see him dominate from the offensive end, but right now he's cooking.
Pass to Biyombo. To the paint. Here's Lee, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
The first free throw is good. The Suns making a switch here. Payne's checked in, and a change for the Timberwolves. Noel's checked in, and both free throws good for a lead. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Timberwolves. A 2-point game. Pass to Noel. Now here's Gobert, covered by Biyombo. Here's Rivers, got a piece of it.
Boy, his vertical makes Terrence Ross an A+ shot blocker for his size. This guy, his main duty's on the perimeter, but he'll get his share of blocks.
Here's Noel. Fires for three, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of three. Timberwolves lead by 2. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. So on the floor for Minnesota. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Reed is out there at Gobert, and it's Noel in at the point. Pass to Noel. Now Reed. McDaniels with the ball. And here's Edwards from the arc.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals. Establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
Now McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Inside Noel. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Well, Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
Now the pass to Payne. Here's Okogie. Kicks it to Ayton. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Edwards. And the foul called on Cameron Payne. That'll be his second foul of the game. Chris Paul, he's checked in for Cameron Payne. And then for Minnesota, Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Naz Reid. And it's Conley in for Noel. Outside Edwards. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands, you let it go, Anthony Edwards.
Pass to Booker. Good ball movement here by the Suns. To the middle. Okogie misses.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
First one falls for him.
One of the most impressive things about Devin Booker has been his consistency. This guy is productive, and he is willing to carry the offensive burden.
Timberwolves leading by 3. Edwards passes to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Outside, Towns. Passes to McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. Takes a 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, we've come to expect this from Mike Conley, putting the pass on time and on target.
Booker outside. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Well, many thought the Suns would let Ayton walk as a restricted free agent, but they had no hesitation matching the offer to bring him back. It looks like he'll be a Sun for the foreseeable future.
I think what you like most about DeAndre Ayton is probably how efficient he is on the offensive end. Now, obviously, the next step, he's got to raise his game and defensive intensity on that end of the floor.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lead by 4. No one near Conley as he lets it go. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And there's the pass to Okogie. Now Booker. Edwards defending. Pass to Okogie. Phoenix no good that time either.
And they continue to control the glass.
A shot by McDaniels, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
There's Okogie. McDaniels defending. Stolen by Michael Conley. McDaniels in the post. Outside Conley. He feeds it to Gobert. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
Booker outside. He kicks it to Ayton. Pass to Okogie. KD against Towns. Off target on the 15-footer. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 13-4 run. Here's Conley. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Here's Booker. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And here is McDaniel. Kicks it to Conley. Edwards, the bounce pass. Towns down low. KD's on him. And the basket is good. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
And the Suns call time. Last year, as we know, the NBA, Doris, named the members of the 75th anniversary team. Any players that were missed that you think should have been on that list?
I mean, the one guy that comes to mind immediately is Klay Thompson, who will go down as one of the great shooters in NBA history. The problem for voters, I think, is the challenge of weighing the accomplishments of prior generations with what we are witnessing today. It is a challenging vote. There's no doubt Klay will be top 100 when he comes in 25 years.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey guys, I had a chance to listen to what Monty Williams discussed with his players. He said they've played well in certain areas, but the lack of detail to the defensive boards has allowed their opponent too many second chance opportunities. And that, he said, is the difference in this game. You have to get busy on the glass, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Here's McDaniels, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Kevin Durant. That free throw, no good. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Paul goes in, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, for Chris Paul, the ability to dribble, drive, and draw contact has been one of the defining characteristics of his game.
And so Paul nails both of them.
Boy, the consistent greatness of Chris Paul, playmaker, scorer, defender, leader, year after year. Chris Paul silences any doubt about his place in this game.
McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Passes it to Towns. Clock at 6. Here's Conley. That one off the back iron and out.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Here's Towns, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Kevin Durant.
I love when Karl Anthony Towns is aggressive to score and willing to embrace the contact.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. Suns trail by 8. Booker outside. Here's Okogie. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Well, what you love about Josh Okogie is there's a level of aggression, and in this instance, physicality to draw the foul.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Timberwolves leading by 7. Conley, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Edwards against Booker. Over Edwards. It's rebounded by Towns. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Now here's McDaniels. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And the first one drops. And McDaniels drops them both. Suns trail by 11. Booker right side. And they get it back. There's the pass to Ayton. Back to Paul. Booker outside. Just 4 to shoot. Second chance shot. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, you've got to be, as a guard, calm and in control on the interior. Devin Booker, so much confidence in his game.
Edwards kicks to McDaniels. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. McDaniels got the lead up to 11 now for Minnesota. So it's Phoenix now. Booker outside. Over Edwards. No good from Booker. Minnesota's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Pass to Towns. Lets the 3 fly. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. .115 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Edwards. Fires from deep.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Timberwolves.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks and also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And this victory will draw them even in the season series as it comes to a close.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Rudy Gobert.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
And finished off by Gobert.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Booker the pass to Ayton. Gobert with the defensive effort. Conley with it. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort.